Guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should buy OMI right now. Now, if you're watching this video, you're probably someone that's been in the OMI community for quite some time. I'm expecting a lot of the old timers, a lot of the OGs to be tuned in right now. So this goes out to you. And of course, if you're completely new, you've been browsing the internet and you're looking for the next 100x gem, make sure you stick around because I may reveal something that may catch your attention. Now let's get straight into this video. Now on the 29th of November, I called the market bottom, and the very next day we started to see Bitcoin again make its move beyond 17,000. We saw other altcoins starting to move. We saw Ethereum make a move over 10% in one day, which is good. But let's talk about OMI. OMI has also made a significant move to the upside. Now, I know what you're all wondering. Well, guess what? We've heard of this all before, and OMI's only moved to the downside. Now, the first reason I'm going to give to buy OMI right now is because truly and honestly, nobody knows exactly to the T how low this project could go. This could be the market bottom right now for OMI, or it could be, a few percent down. But as I was saying to my CC Premium members, even if, let's say we see the market move down to this area here, which is a 50% move from where it currently is now. Now, we can all agree this is, of course, a significant downside move. We're not going to underplay, 50%, right? That is quite a large downside move. However, is it worth missing out on this opportunity, right, to buy and capture a move that could potentially be the start of OMI's massive bull rally going into 2023, which historically, OMI has an incredible Q1. This has been well documented. This is something that is, quite clearly the case, right, with its average Q1 returns being 11,000%, right? So there is something there. So is it worth missing that because you want to wait for price to hit a so-called bottom of maybe a 50% downside move from where it currently is now? Now, just to make it, just to expand upon that point. Now, there's 2 things here. If you already have a huge OMI bag, right, you've already been dollar cost averaging, you've mainly been buying around this area here, you're happy with your positionings, and of course it makes sense for you to sit around and maybe wait just in case price does go down 50% lower, and then maybe stock up on your final bag. That's different. Why? Because it doesn't make it won't make that much of a difference whether OMI takes off now or whether you maybe sit around, where maybe OMI doesn't move and it takes off. Again, you've already got a nice bag, so it's irrelevant to you. Whereas if you're not happy with your OMI bag and you believe in this project, then of course it doesn't make sense to take that risk, in my personal opinion. Again, it will really hurt in the long term, especially if it does, of course, move in the direction opposite to what you're currently hearing online, with people saying, wait for price to sell off 50%. Well, guess what? They may not be in the same position as you. They may already have over 10 million OMI coins, 20 million OMI coins, right? And you don't even have 1 million, but yet you're taking advice from people that, of course, they have the luxury of not having to get a positioning at this area. But unfortunately, you do not have that luxury. So start dollar cost averaging. So that's my first point. The second point of why, in my personal opinion, one should be buying OMI now is because of what I just touched upon on my first point. OMI historically has had an incredible Q1. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. So ECOMI is, here we are. Let's go down. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. Here we are. So when we're looking at the markets, when we're looking at, not timing the market per se, but trying to take advantage of what historically OMI, the best time that OMI performs, you can see here that usually ECOMI performs best in Q1 with an average of 11,724% gains and the worst in Q2. Now, this alone is an incredible reason to start positioning oneself now. And I'll give you a classic example. We saw this occur literally in 2021, where we had our incredible positionings at the start of last year. Guess what? Price rallied, and then in March, as we start to move into Q2, we saw, of course, price sell off. So we actually saw this happen in real time, right? So that alone is a perfect reason to start positioning ourselves now, maybe ride out Q2. And if you are paranoid, obviously look to cut some positions out as we approach Q2 of next year. But this alone, guys, is a perfect reason to actually start positioning yourselves now, irrespective of whether you believe we're in a bear market, bull market, market's going to fall lower. Stats do not lie, right? So that's the second reason. Now, the last reason why I personally would start buying now as well is because nobody is buying. This for me is the final reason why I would actually look to start buying now, is because nobody cares right now. People are worried about the actual product itself right now. People are spreading FUD in the community. There's a lot of negativity, and this is where, as me personally as an investor, this is where I look to take advantage of opportunities. I want to buy when nobody else is buying. I want to sell when everybody else is buying. This is when we have to position ourselves, because we saw this last year. I know it's hard for you guys to comprehend right now, but let's just go back to 2021. We saw the same thing happen. When the project was taken off, everybody was positive about the project. This is when you couldn't cash out gems, right? This is when, we were still in beta. This is when the app was lagging all the time. This is when, there were so many issues with ECOMI VEVE itself, right? But yet nobody cared. Why? Because the product was moving to the upside, right? So everybody was excited. The price was doing well. But when price started to sell off, this is when people were, people started to magnify on all the flaws of the project, right? And we're seeing the exact same thing happen now, because OMI is, of course, moving to the downside, because VEVE NFTs are falling rapidly in value, which I know you can all notice. This is when people compound, double down, put a magnifying glass to maybe some issues that are maybe valid but maybe over exaggerated. And then this is when, of course, people look to sell. This is when people look to distance themselves from the project. But we double down. We do the opposite. We position ourselves and take advantage of this opportunity. And guys, again, if you made it this far in the video, well done. You clearly are someone that can do extraordinarily well in this space, because you have patience. So well done. And the last thing I would say is, why should you listen to me? Why should you listen to my videos? For many reasons. Number one, we spotted this project early. And in fact, even though we got in super early and experienced the historic rise of ECOMI, we've always said, irrespective of OMI moving, and again, you can watch this in my first video, I said it doesn't really matter if OMI hits 1 cent this year, because we're not planning to sell. This is a long-term project for us, right? It's a long-term project, so it's irrelevant, right? And we had the vision to say this because we knew at some point there would be some pullback, which we experienced. And our fundamentals, we've stuck to the fundamentals, which hasn't changed, in regards to this project, and we stuck through this through thick and thin. Last reason why you should listen to me is because, again, we spotted Bitcoin early, we spotted Ethereum early, we spotted Polkadot early. These can all be documented. We've been in the cryptocurrency space for a long time. We have incredible experience when it comes to technical analysis. Not only that, we're not one-trick ponies. We have many 100x gems, which you can join us in Crypto Crew Premium. In fact, I'm urging you all join us now, because we're going to get some key positions on OMI, exclusive updates on OMI in that group. So I'm urging you all now take advantage of these market moves. But anyway, guys, that's it for now. Until the next update, seize the day.